the solar superstorm threat, protecting global infrastructure from the next Carrington event. The first sign wasn't the lights going out. It was the sky turning the wrong color. Not dark, not stormy, red. The warning no one felt. At 2:17 UTC, the sun tore itself open. Deep within a sunspot cluster, magnetic fields twisted until they snapped, releasing a coronal mass ejection larger than anything recorded in decades. It hurled billions of tons of plasma toward Earth at nearly 3,000 kilometers per second. The monitoring systems at National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration flagged it immediately. So did NASA. But warnings don't stop physics. The message went out. Severe geomagnetic storm expected. Grid operators initiate mitigation. Most people never saw it. They were asleep. The sky burns. The storm arrived early, 17 hours after the eruption, faster than models predicted. Auroras spread beyond the poles, bleeding into skies over London, New York, Mumbai. Curtains of red and green flickered like something alive. People stepped outside to film it, to celebrate it, to stand beneath it. Then their phones died. The first failure. Satellites took the hit first. High-energy particles slammed into orbiting electronics. GPS signals drifted, then collapsed. Communication satellites began rebooting in loops or went silent altogether. Aircraft mid-flight lost navigation. Ships drifted off course. Above it all, thousands of satellites blinked one by one like stars going out. The grid. On the ground, something worse was building. The Earth's magnetic field convulsed under the storm's pressure, inducing geomagnetically induced currents through anything conductive. Power lines became antennas. Transformers became targets. In Quebec, it happened in under 90 seconds. A transformer overheated, then another, then a cascade. A substation exploded, the sound echoing like distant thunder. Cities dimmed. Entire regions collapsed into darkness. Grid operators tried to shut systems down in time, but the current didn't ask permission. Day 2. Silence. No internet. No GPS. No reliable radio. The modern world didn't collapse all at once, it unraveled in pieces. Hospitals switched to backup generators, but fuel logistics failed without coordination. Financial systems froze. Automated teller machine died mid-transaction. People waited for updates that never came, because the systems that carried updates were gone. What they didn't expect. It wasn't just the infrastructure, it was the timing. The storm wasn't a single. It came in waves. Each one recharged the currents, hitting already weakened systems. Transformers some decades old failed permanently. These weren't devices you could replace overnight. Some took months to manufacture. Others no longer existed in production. The sky again. By the third night, the auroras returned brighter, stronger, wrong. They moved too fast, streaking across the sky like veins of light. Red dominated now, washing the horizon in a constant bleeding glow. People noticed something unsettling. The lights didn't fade at dawn. They lingered. The realization. Scientists had always warned about another Carrington event, a storm so powerful it set telegraph lines on fire. This was worse, because in 1859, there were no satellites, no global grid, no digital world to lose. Now everything was connected, and everything was breaking. The last transmission, a final emergency broadcast, managed to get through, fragmented, distorted. Grid failure is continental scale. Do not rely on further solar activity expected, then static. After, days passed, then weeks. In the absence of artificial light, the night sky returned in terrifying clarity. Stars stretched across the darkness, but they were often drowned by the constant shifting aurora. A reminder, the sun was still angry. What made it real? It didn't feel like an apocalypse. There were no explosions in the streets, no single moment of collapse, just systems quietly failing until nothing worked. And the truth, this wasn't fiction. A storm like this will happen again. The only question is, when it does, will anything still be left to protect? Thank you for watching Fear Files Real Nightmares. Until next time, keep your lights on and your doors locked.